Dos, tres, y... Bueno, sí.
Hola, mi gente. This is Gamalier, broker Realtor with Sturgis Realty Group.
And I'm Alan Rios. I'm the Realtor with Sturgis Realty Group right here in Metro Atlanta. Thank you for joining us.
And Alan, today we have some great information about the market and want to share this information so everybody's aware. Whether you're buying or selling, this is going to be helpful information for you.
We're going to be providing you information on the real estate market here in Metro Atlanta on a monthly basis to kind of keep you posted on what's going on. And we're going to express what's going on for the month of September here in 2023.
So let's get to the numbers. First, we like to look at a factor that is very important. It's about talking about how many homes for sales are available now here in Metro Atlanta. When we look at last year, around this time of the year, in September, there were roughly around 12,697 homes for sale. Compared to now, this year, we're looking at 10,984. Wow.
Yeah, much lower compared to last year. Yeah. However, if you would have looked at the last several months, Gamalier, our homes for sale has actually increased a bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
we're starting to see more homes coming on the market. But compared to last year, we thought that was low. It's extremely low as far as the home supply right now.
Yeah, and keep in mind, obviously, like you mentioned, we're still in a strong selling market here in Metro Atlanta. And I mean, you will see as we go through all the numbers. But it's very important to understand this factor. But the good news about it is that going into the fall and winter is a good time for buyers to go out there and buy because it's a lot less competition.
Exactly, especially in those neighborhoods where have great school districts, great location where you're going to see a lot more competition during the spring and summer months. Hey, you may want to venture out during the fall and winter months. Yes. Now, another factor, Gamalier, we'd like to take a look at is month supply of homes. Back in September of 2022, we were right around 2.3 months supply of homes. Currently, we're at 2.4 months. So basically, when we talk about month supply, if all the homes were to sell with all the buyers that we have out there purchasing, it would take almost 2.5 months for the inventory to disappear.
Yeah, so as far as month supply, we're pretty similar to last year. But another important factor that we look at, which is very important, this is one of the questions that we get from seller when we go all the time.
Oh, yeah.
When is my house? How fast is it going to take my house to sell?
Yeah.
Well, this will answer that question. Days on the market last year were 10 days. I mean, if you put a home for sale, it will go under contract in less than 10 days.
Yeah, less than 2 weeks.
That's very, very fast if you don't know that. But now this year, it's actually 11 days, so another 1 day. But again, just to give you a sample, you have to be in the market almost 6 months. The house to be in the market to be considered a buyer's market. So it will take a lot longer. Now we're in a strong seller market, and we continue to have a strong seller market because we have a lot of people moving to Georgia.
Yeah, as long as we had that demand and with the supply being low, you know, that's going to lead us to our next factor, Gamalier, and that's median sales price, right?
Such an important factor.
Yeah, so when you have more demand, lower supply, prices go up, and that's what we're seeing right now here in September 2023. The median sale price last year was around $400,000. Where are we at right now, Gamalier?
Currently, we're at $424,900. So roughly around $25,000 different from last year.
So for those folks who were sitting on the sidelines last summer and said, I'm going to take a break and I'm not going to purchase a home, look at that equity they could have built right there in Metro Atlanta.
So obviously you see that what we continue in forecasting is obviously prices are going to continue to go up because you will see the other numbers that we're going to talk about later, which is another important factor, is the percentage of list price. That will tell you a little bit about what's going on also.
Yeah, so when we talk about percentage of list price, say if you have a home up for sale at $300,000, well, last year, September 2022, we saw those homes percentage of list price right around 100%, which means on average, you were getting what you were asking for.
Yes.
Compare that to this time, this year, we are looking at 100%. So the demand is still there.
So this shows a lot. Very important factor because it shows that people are getting what they want, which they're not getting discounted on their listing. And obviously, this is average. Some houses sell for a little bit less, allowing for them a lot more.
Yeah.
But that depends on condition and location. If you have location and condition, you're definitely going to get top price, and you might even be getting multiple offers also.
Yeah, so make sure you keep your house in mint condition or as best condition as possible. And if you live in a great location, as Gamalier mentioned, great school district, near shopping and restaurants, that's going to be very ideal for a lot of buyer candidates out there. All right, and another factor, Gamalier, I mean, this is the story one. This is the one that you see on the news. I mean, it's all over the place. Interest rates, right? So last year, September 2022, interest rates were right around 6% on average. We're 1 point higher right now, right? 7.07%. We even got close to 7.5% at one point.
Yes, and obviously we've seen interest rates going to continue to increase because they're trying to push up the market, trying to balance the market. But this is obviously causing a lot of problems that you see, like the word inflation on the groceries and gas and everything that you're starting to feel. But again, interest rate right now is the time to try to get something under contract, because if interest rate continues to go up and prices continue to go up, what's going to happen is that neighborhood that you wanted to buy and go into no longer going to be affordable. You're going to have to sacrifice, do some sacrificing, maybe different school system, different area. So you may want to look at your budget, try to put something and get into a home before it gets more expensive and interest rate gets even higher. And that way you could lock it in and get a fixed payment and lock that price. And also the one thing that obviously we talked all the time is about rent. Also, rent continues to go up in Metro Atlanta. So you want to make sure you get that fixed cost when it comes to where you live.
Yeah, so even if you can't get into the neighborhood or that particular home that you really, really want to get into, hey, sometimes it's a stepping stone, right? So maybe you get into a little bit smaller home, but you're building enough equity now, say over time, that you can use that money from that home as a down payment to your next home. So that's how things evolve when you start out, maybe not have the funds that you want to get in that particular home, but hey, just to break in the market, as we call it, a stepping stone, just to get in, and then you can kind of work up the ladder and get into your dream home.
And that's a very good point, Alan, because most people think that most people come in and buy their first home, that's their dream home, but that's not always the case. Obviously, you have to work your way up, and that, like Alan mentioned, comes from the equity that you build in your first home. That's why it's called your first home. That's normally people live in their home. Used to be 6 years, long time ago. Now it's looking from 8 to 10 years. People started staying in the home longer. But when you spend that time, you build that equity, like Alan mentioned, you could use that equity for your next property. And that's how people are able to move up in property little by little. But you got to start with your first home.
All right, so that's a wrap on what's going on here in the Metro Atlanta real estate market. If you have any questions or even some comments, leave it below this video. We'll gladly answer them. And if you're in the market to buy, to even sell your home or invest, or even property management, feel free to reach out to the Sturgis Realty Group.
Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bueno, sí.